This is the setup for your heating today. You may want to take a look at this and sketch it in your notebook so you remember how to set up your heating apparatus. You will want to make sure that your test tube is about 5 inches above the top of the Bunsen burner. This will give it plenty of room for the flame to appear. Make sure that your thermometer is reading in Celsius and not Fahrenheit, as the temperatures will be very different. You can adjust this with the red button to the side of the number display. After you have added your salt, but before you add any water, make sure you weigh your apparatus, including the test tube, thermometer, a beaker for it to stand in, and the salt inside. Once you have added the water, attach the test tube to the stand and then prepare to light your Bunsen burner. A flame with a double cone like this one is too hot and may cause the test tube to boil too rapidly or may ignite the rubber casing on the clamp. Adjust the oxygen by turning the top part of the barrel clockwise, and then, if you need to, turn down the gas to make the flame shorter. Be sure to stir rapidly to ensure that the salt completely dissolves, though be careful that you are not banging against the bottom of the test tube. Once the salt dissolves, turn off the flame but can keep stirring until you start seeing a precipitate form. Make sure you are monitoring this temperature. You can see here a few crystals, and then as I begin stirring again, more appear rapidly. You will not always have a great number of crystals, so make sure you are paying attention to the first few crystals that form. Especially later on, as you've added a great deal of water, you may have very few crystals result. Once you've recorded the temperature, cool the test tube in a cool water bath or under running water. Once the apparatus is cool enough to touch, wipe it dry with a paper towel and then weigh it in the apparatus again. Subtracting the original mass of the apparatus will give you the mass of the water used. After you have completed all of your trials, you will empty your test tube into the appropriate waste container. You may find that after you pour over the waste, a significant amount is left in the test tube. You will have to then use a stirring rod or a scoopula to remove most of the waste and then rinse it again with deionized water.